Hey everyone, this is Kelsey of Alchemist Knits. Welcome to another edition of the Alchemist Knits podcast. Today we are going to be talking about some finished objects that I have, some works in progress, some yarns that I've spun, some acquisitions I've gotten. It's just going to be a basic, simple podcast. So, you ready to get started? Let's get started. Welcome to the new space. It's going to look a lot better, hopefully, next time. I'm slowly cleaning out. This is my office. This is where all the yarn is, all the wool is. So I'm hoping that this can be the recording place from here on out. But I'm still working on getting it organized. So bear with me on that. Let's just jump right into it with finished objects. The first item I have is what I'm wearing. This is the Thorax sweater by Shanna Felice. And I made it with Soft and Sleek DK, which, don't let the name fool you, it's not actually DK weight, it's more of like a light sport weight in a gray color, and then I held it double with a red mohair to give it this kind of meaty, bony kind of color. So it's made to look like, a rib cage type of design. It's got a really pretty cable in the middle here. And yeah, this is going to be really cool with maybe some long sleeves underneath would be fun. The only thing I think I would change, so you can see the back is just straight stockinette. I want to make this again in like a white or an off-white or a light grayish white color to really have like the skeleton-y kind of vibes. And I want to have this design on the back as well. So it kind of matches front and back with all the holes in it. I think that would look really cool. So that's our first finished object. I really like it. It's a little bit oversized, which really helps with like the holes and stuff. It's very, I was gonna say Halloween-y, but honestly, you could just wear this. It just looks kind of alternative, almost futuristic sort of looking. And I really like it. So that's the first one. The next one, I have my list right over here, so that's why I keep looking over that way. The next item I have is, for finished objects, if you'll excuse me, is the Rib Lace Raglan by James N. Watts. And this looks really, really skinny and long. It's a bit tight-fitting. It doesn't look as good sitting down, so I'm not going to put it on. But you can see it's it's a rib lace. So there we go. Really cool raglan style t-shirt. It is kind of see-through. So you can see, yeah. It's a bit see-through, so I'd either wear like a cool sports bra underneath it or like an undershirt like what I'm wearing here underneath it. And again, this is Soft and Sleek DK. I forget all the color names, but I'm going to link my Ravelry projects to these in the description down below. So, yeah, same yarn, different colors. That's the Rib Lace Raglan. It's beautiful. Very cute. I haven't even worn it yet, and summer's practically over. So, let's see what we have next. Next is the Kushu top, which is right here. Let me grab it real quick. This is, the pattern's not out yet. It's by Mesa Tomikawa. There's going to be a crochet version and a knit version. I did this test crochet for her, and right now she's testing the knit version. And on Instagram, she spun up some yarn. It's like black and white and green, and she made a sample of this, a knitted one, in that yarn. And now I want to spin up some yarn for when the knitted one comes out. But anyway, the cool thing about this top, so it's shaped, like it's not straight across. It goes down like your arms do. But the fun thing is, it's not a good way to hold this, I'm going to be honest with you, is that these can pull up like so. Let me do this real quick and then I'll show you. This is also made with Soft and Sleek DK, the oxblood color. That's the only color I remember. So it's adjustable. So you run ribbon through each shoulder on front and back, so you could bring the back up too. And so you could make this like a little cropped, ruched kind of top, like if you're wearing high-waisted pants, or you could just have it straight down. I'm gonna punch myself in the face with this, don't do that. But yeah, I really liked the concept of adjustable lengths on this. So this is a really cool pattern. I'm excited for it to come out. So that's the Kushu top. And then next we have another James & Watts. Oh no, the ends aren't woven in. This one is called Look at My Holes. Ridiculous. Absolutely obscene. That's just James & Watts for you. So this is made with, the name of the yarn is Stylecraft Charm. And I think the color is Gray Mist. So it's kind of a mohair sort of fiber. I think it's acrylic and mohair. So the inspiration for this is mycelium. So I called mine on Ravelry Look at Mycelium Holes. And the idea of this was almost kind of to be an undershirt. So it's long sleeved. Actually, let's put it on real quick. Well, I was hoping I'd be a quicker change artist and I could do that cool, like, woo, spin around and it would be really fast. Whatever. Okay. So it's got full long sleeves on it with a nice ribbed cuff. Still need to weave in ends. Do not look at that. Okay. And then it's got, I messed around with the bottom here because I didn't want to do a rib. I just kind of wanted it to go straight down and not pull in at all. But yeah, it's a bit cropped. It's very, very mesh, very mycelium inspired. I like that with the holes you can pull the cuffs down and do that kind of, that thing we used to do back in the 2000s with the thumb hole sweaters. So it's a fun one. It gets a little bit itchy when it's warm in here because of all the mohair, but really pretty, really simple. Pretty straightforward. I love it. Very mesh. I like how the colors worked out. So let's see. What do we have next? Oh, we have a hat. I like this chair. It's fun. So this is a hat that I'm making for somebody else. It's called Boneyard Sweethearts by Stephanie Lotvin. And it's little skeletons and little ghosts. Aren't they cute? It's a very low contrast hat. Let's see if we can. There we go. Nope. Come on. Zoom in. There you go. And this yarn is Kelborn Woolen's Perennial, which is an alpaca yarn, so you can see it's kind of fluffy. This is my little hat stand. It's still drying a little bit, so we're going to leave it on there. So that'll get shipped out pretty soon. This is jasmine tea with oat milk in it. Classic. What do we have next? Oh, we're going to do a quick change. Hopefully this one will be faster. Ta-da! I love this one. Okay, this is the Raya top by Susan Lynn. And it is the gray, I think it's called silver gray. It's Panda Silk Solid. I forget who makes it. But that's the main color. And then the rest of these are just scraps of sock yarn that I've had lying around in a little bit of a gradient kind of color. And then it matches on the back, goes all the way back across. The first one that I made was this one. The black is Soft and Sleek DK, just like a billion of my other projects. Go figure. And then kind of the same thing. It's a lot of the same colors, actually, of just sock scraps. But look at this. It's got little fringe on the bottom. And it's such a cool construction. I don't think it's any spoilers because I think it's in the description of the pattern. So it's worked side to side. So you cast on here and then you work this way. And so you do these little stripes and it's just a there and back. And then you cut the yarn. And then you do the main color. And then you do another there and back with the contrast. And then you cut it. So at the end of each one, you're cutting this and that's what's making the fringe. So at the end of it, you have two ends to weave in. Where you cast on and where you cast off. That's it. And it's all worked in one piece. So you work the front. If I could get this right. Okay, you work the front, cast on, you work all the way across, all the way to the other sleeve. Cast on. Attach it. Work all the way back across. Attach it there. Work down here. Bind off. Done. It is such a cool pattern. They're both beautiful. Like, look at that. I wore this all day. I did a spinning demonstration at a farm last Saturday, and I wore this all day. And it was fine because this is like a bamboo type yarn with like some various sock yarns in it. And it was fine. I wasn't melting or sweating or anything. I kind of want to make another one. They're really, really pretty. So that's the Raya top. You drink more. And then we have a pair of socks. Here we go. These are the Fitsalis socks from the 52 Weeks of Socks book. It is by Elena Potemkina. Hopefully I pronounced that right. It's made with Cascade Heritage. And I think the color is silver. The only problem with this is that I made it slightly too small. I think I needed to do one more repeat for the foot because it's a bit small for me. So I have to make the choice. Do I save these for somebody else for Christmas, or do I pull them back and make them longer? We shall see. I love this color. I love the way they feel. I love the pattern. It's like a twisted rib and lace sort of pattern. Really pretty. So that's those. They turned out really nice. They're just a classic gray color. These would honestly go great with some boots my mom just made me. Okay, I might need to pull them out and redo them because I still have yarn. I think I just need to do it because I really like this color and I like everything about them. So that's going to be that. And then the last of my finished objects is for my little sister. I've already spoiled it. It was going to be a surprise, but she FaceTimed me and saw me making it, so it's not a surprise anymore. Y'all, what is this? What is this? This is The Giant Snail by, I think that's what it's called, by Megan Lapp. And it's just in Red Heart Super Saver in, I think this is called Latte. I don't remember the names of these, but it's all Red Heart. And it'll be in the Ravelry. But like, look at him. He's a little coffee snail. He's huge. He's much bigger than I expected him to be. So this is to go in the baby's room. She has twins. So of course I have to make a second one. It's already in progress, but I don't have it up here because it just looks like flat pieces. So yeah, this is I call it the latte snail. It looks like coffee. And that's that. It'll be a beautiful surprise. I love him. And I think he has shells, yes, back here so that he doesn't fall over. So he stays nice and upright. Look at him. We're going to put him back here. Maybe we'll be able to see him in the background. We can't. I'm covering him up the whole time. Never mind. You can't see him. Okay. So that is all the finished objects that I'm going to show. And so let's move on to works in progress. Let's see what the first one is. The first one is going to be for my mom. Again, not a surprise. I guess I don't really do well at surprises. I don't know. She already knows about this and is very excited about it, so I need to get back to working on it. This is the Village Scarf by Cafe Facet. You can't see a thing. The yarn is Woolstock Bundle. I think the colorway is Fall Festival. So it's just a bunch of these little, oh, here we go. I still have a full one. Yeah, so it's just a bunch of colors. I'm using all of the fun colors, all the natural ones. I kind of pulled out because we want fun colors. Here we go. Let's see if we can spread this out. I'm gonna have to put an edging on it so that you can see what in the world is happening. But the idea is that they're little houses. Here we go. You can kind of see that. Stockinette does not lend itself to showing off, at least when it's flat. Maybe I should have steamed this before I showed it to you guys. I don't know. You'll get a better idea. The original pattern it's 2 houses wide, but my mom likes skinnier scarves, so I'm just doing 1 house wide. So it's got the little door, little window, little chimney. Isn't it cute? So yeah, we're just gonna have a bunch of those. I'm probably gonna do, I wonder if I should have just done it in the round. No, it's too late. It's too late to go back. We're just going to put a border on it to help flatten it out, and then I'm going to steam it, and that'll help it lay flat, because right now it just wants to look like a little tube. Even that looks fun, though. Like, look at that. What a grand time. So, that's that one. What else do we have? Oh, yes. This one is actually, I kind of forgot about this one for a while, but I want to hurry up and finish it for spooky season for October. This is the Ribcage Riot Top by Jessica Brewer. Let's see what we have going on here. Yes. Okay. Okay, so it's just a little, I should have worn the black one, but I mean, you get the idea. So it's going to be a top. The front, this is the front. It's already done. I just need to do the back, which is pretty much the same thing as the front. And that's it. It's just this little over the top kind of, I wouldn't really call it a top. It's more like an accessory made to look like a rib cage. But yeah, this over like a black shirt or something would be really, really fun. Let's see. We're gonna put this on top, put this on top. Yeah, so you can see it a bit better. Yeah. This is out of some Baby Doll Southdown, hand spun. Can we see it? Yes. Will I ever go a single video without talking about Baby Doll? Probably not. It is, Baby Doll has woven itself into my life. There's always Baby Doll. So, this is in Baby Doll Southdown. Front's done, just need the back. Simple as. The next thing is the Wild Oleander hooded scarf. I've made a few of these. This is Big Twist Supernova, so it's kind of a fingering weight. No, maybe sport. Yeah, probably like a light sport. So, wow. This color just looks really good on camera. All right, can we do this without knocking out? Okay, we sure can. So it's like a little triangle, and then you make this tube that goes up, and it's supposed to be able to hood, or you can just leave it around your neck like a cowl. So pretty straightforward. The pattern is very, very simple. I think it's like a 4-row repeat. Super straightforward. Like I said, I've made a few of these. They're really fun. So that one's actually almost finished. Pretty close to. Oh, what else to, oh man, okay. So this next one is going to be an endeavor. This next one is, the pattern's called Ragdoll Cynthia by Red Bunny Crochet. And the yarn I used is Baby Bee Sweet Delight. Do not mind that she's naked. I'm making her clothes. So this is her for now. She's got 2 different colored eyes. She's got little ball jointed arms, ball jointed legs. She's got these cute little buttons on her legs here and on her arms. She's got a bottom. And then last night I made her some shoes. So those are cute. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Excuse me, my goodness. Okay. So, and she's, oh yeah, I forgot she's got the little joint in the middle. I think the next one I make, I might exclude this part because every time she sits down, she gets like this schlumpy, like, it always reminds me of like a robot that's like been turned off and they just kind of slump forward. So I'd kind of like for her to have a little bit more, be able to hold herself up a bit better. But it's cool, like aesthetically it looks cool. And I really like the ball joint aspect of it. So, I spun up some yarn for her hair. Okay. This is Romney, I think, yeah, it's all Romney and some Firestar that I dyed up. And then I spun a nice thick coil of it. And then the brown in here is also Romney. So this is all Romney with just a little bit of Firestar. And so I have one thin thread of the brown and then the thick, almost coiled, textured of the orange and yellow and pink. So the idea with this is that it's going to be her hair. So she'll have this really pretty orange and pink and yellow hair. And then I have, if you can sit here, there we go. I should have pinned it on top of her head. And then I'm working on this ridiculous skirt. So I was going to go with like a fall theme because I'm really feeling that vibe right now with it being September. So I was thinking maybe greens and browns and stuff and a cute skirt and maybe a little sweater. But then I was looking at her hair and I'm like, okay, maybe we should go with like the pink and orange vibes and just pick up, so pink and orange and brown. And that just be her color scheme. And so I remembered that I had spun up a couple of years ago some BFL from one of my parents' sheep. And it was pink and orange. And it was just a single ply. It's really, really thin, like fingering, very, very light fingering. And so I've never used it for anything, but it's really pretty. And so I have that and then some cashmere that I reclaimed from a sweater I got from Goodwill that I've had for a while. So I'm making her this ridiculous little skirt. Let's see if it'll, that hair's not going to stay. I need to hurry up and put her hair on. Okay. And I'm working it flat because there's no way I'd be able to get it on with the way her proportions are working out, so I'm going to sew it in the back. And I stole kind of an idea from Stephen West, from his, I think it's Shawlography shawl. It was a knit-along that I did whenever that was a knit-along a few years ago. And so I started off and I did these cute little, like, baubles. And I did some baubles here, and then I did another row of baubles. And And then I remembered that shawl pattern and these little like I-cord loop things. And I'm like, wouldn't that be fun for like the bottom of the skirt just to give it some texture? And then we're doing like, what is that called? A corrugated rib or something, where it's like swapping off one of each stitch. So I have the light pink and then the orange pink every other stitch. And then I'm going to bind off from here. I might do a bit of like a frilly underskirt type of thing with the light pink, but we'll see. So that's the idea with this one, is to do like a little skirt and then maybe have some leg warmers. And then I'm torn on the top. I don't know if I want to do like a tank top and cardigan, or if I want to do like a cute little cropped sweater and show off, still have this little bead here for you to be able to see. I'm not sure. So it's just kind of evolving. The plans keep changing as I make stuff, but she is so cute. I actually have more in progress. I've got a few little arms in different yarns and a couple legs in progress right now to make some more of these with different styles. Because when I first found this pattern, I got super excited because the hair that she has in the pattern looks like art yarn. And so I'm like, I finally have something that I can use my art yarn for because I don't weave. And like, it's not going to be as good for knitting, the like really big, bulky, spoiler for what's coming up, but like, yeah, like, that's huge. That's like a super bulky. You don't want to knit with that. It's just gonna look weird. But as a way to show it off and showcase to people, like, yeah, art yarn, isn't it pretty? Bada bing, bada boom, you make it their hair. And it's a cool way to show off art yarn and be like, look at this. And I love making art yarn. It's just fun. I just never had an outlet for it of anything to do with it besides just look at it. So I love this pattern, and I love the potential for being able to show off the art yarn on these dolls. So that's her first of probably many little rag dolls. Little knees. So that's her little rag doll. And then that's a pretty good segue into what I've been spinning, some finished spins, some yarns. These aren't super, super recent, but I did do them, I think it was this year. I spun them up this year. Some art yarns that I've spun up. These are available in my Etsy shop if you're interested. They're big old super coils. So the way that these are made, and these are all Romney with little bits of Firestar in it, like sparkly stuff. I think this one has Angora in it and maybe some alpaca. You can see the white blips in it are Angora. But mostly Romney for my parents' sheep. And so this is core spun on a mohair core. So I have the mohair thread. I do a core spun around that one. And then I take that and do coils around another core of mohair. And I just coil this yarn around that one. So it's like a double core, kind of. I don't know. But I really, really like how it comes out. It is beautiful. The only downside is you kind of have to use it all in one piece, sort of. Because it's coiled, if you cut it, then that one yarn that's coiled around the other will probably just like start unraveling and like come out. So that's why I think, oh, this has Angora in it too. I see little like little fluffy pink. That's some of the Angora I dyed pink from Mr. Gibbs, my bunny I used to have. That is really pretty. I should probably show off some of these other ones too. So it's a very fun technique. I really enjoy it. I made just a bunch of little skeins of just some art yarn because I was having a good old time, and it just looks like magic the way it comes out. Like especially these just look ethereal. Like they almost look see-through in a way. They're just really, really pretty. And I like them a lot. So yeah, those will be, I'll link those. Those are in my shop. I think all 4 of these are already listed in my shop. If you're a weaver and that interests you, or you think you could use something like this, go check it out. Or if you've got a color scheme you're thinking of and you like this type of yarn in a certain color scheme, you know, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'd love to spin up more of this. It's a good time. So there's that. And then I just finished spinning, I think yesterday, I finished up this skein of Jacob. This is a mix of both the white and the black. So the thing I love about Jacob sheep is that they generally are spotted. So most of the time they're a majority white, and then they have black spots, brown spots, lilac spots, depending on the sheep. It'll be varying shades of like black or gray, sometimes brown. But generally speaking, it'll be it's very cool tones. So you can see in this case, it's definitely a very cool gray. There's a lot of variation in it because when I put it through the carder, I only ran it through like the regular 3 times. And if I wanted it to be more uniform, like a solid gray, then I would have run it through probably a couple more times. But I really love the variation in the grays. And so you have some spots that are just like, you have little blips of black, little blips of white, and then just generally gray overall. It's still a tiny bit damp. So this is 256 yards, probably like a DK weight, I'd say. And I'll probably get, by the end of things, maybe 5 or 6 skeins from a single fleece. So pretty solid. It's very, it's pretty light because it's woolen spun. It's not as fluffy as some of the woolen spun I've done. And I think that's because of the longer staple length. Like the staple length on these are like 5 inches. And so that tends to make it lay down pretty smooth. When I spun this, it was so thin. It was like a really, really light fingering is what it felt like as I was spinning it. And I'm like, this is going to be like maybe a fingering or sport weight. But then, of course, because of the crimp in the fiber, once I washed it, soaked it, and then let it dry, it bloomed up, and now we've got like a solid DK weight type yarn. Which is, you know, what else do you need in life besides a beautiful DK? I love it. So, yeah, I realize a lot of the stuff I make is gray. So this will definitely get used up. I should be able to make 1 more skein of this combined, the white and the black together, and then I have some black parts of the fleece set aside and some white parts of the fleece set aside. So I'll have a mix of skein colors. So I'll have majority gray and then probably just like 1 black skein and 1, maybe 2 white skeins. So yeah, I really, really like how this came out. I love Jacob sheep. I love sheep. I love wool. I love baby dolls. But Jacob sheep are, I would say, yeah, one of my top favorites. I don't work with it very much. I have worked with like 1 Jacob, not even a whole fleece. I've never processed a Jacob fleece that I can remember. I've bought like a Jacob merino cross, and I bought like a pound of it, and I spun up 1 skein, and I still need to finish up with that. It's beautiful. And then I've bought like way back in the day, one of the first things I bought was, I think it was another like 8 ounces or a pound of Jacob fleece. It might have already been Jacob wool. It might have already been washed though. Probably. And then I just carded it up, and I still haven't used all of that either. So I think this is technically my first Jacob fleece that I've processed, like 100% Jacob, the whole fleece, and I'm really, really enjoying it. My what's it called? Profile picture of that sheep with the skull and the horns and all that is a Jacob sheep. Like, I love Jacob sheep. Do I love them more than baby dolls? I don't know. They're very different in the way that they work up, so it's a different vibe. I love them both, but yes, Jacob sheep, absolutely love them. So I'm really excited. I've got 2 fleeces, actually. I have one that's already washed, and I'm in the process of spinning up. Her name is, is it Opal? I think. And then the other one's name is Emerald, and I still need to wash her fleece. So there's that. I've talked about it way too much. That is all I've spun for right now. So let's move on to acquisitions. These, I got them a few weeks ago, and I've just been waiting around. I haven't used them yet because I wanted to show them off in the video because they're really pretty. And then after this video is done, I'm just gonna take them all and work with them. But, oh, actually, yeah, that was part of the acquisitions, was the socks, was some of the yarn that I got. So let's start off with, my friend Denise and I went to Fearless Fibers a few weeks ago, probably about a month ago, and I ended up getting, it was right after Tour de Fleece ended, and I ended up getting some fiber, and this is the Tour de Fleece colorway from Frabjous Fibers, and I just thought it was really pretty, and I thought it was fun because I had just finished Tour de Fleece, and the name of it was Tour de Fleece, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. I like that. So that's my first acquisition that I got from there. And then just a few days later, or maybe only a day later, I went to my local yarn shop, Knitter's Corner, and they were having their anniversary sale. So, of course, I bought some yarn. The gray yarn that I made the socks with, wherever those socks went. Oh, here we go. This was some of the yarn I bought from there. And then I also got the same yarn, Heritage, Cascade Heritage 6 hand paints. So I got these 2 of the same colorway. What is the colorway? Oh, 606. Of course, that was going to be my guess. But look at that, yeah. Really pretty blues and whites. Not a clue what I'm going to make with this, but it's beautiful. And it was like a big sale, and, you know, I wanted to support the little shop. It is an adorable little shop. And then we've got color 607. And this is very, like, autumn colors, and it's got a tiny bit of that blue, like the blues and greens, like in this one. So I could theoretically do something with all of them, but I don't know. They're just beautiful. And then I got, oh, some Christmas yarn, West Yorkshire Spinner Signature Sparkle 4-ply, and this is vintage tinsel. Like, look at that, what a mess. And apparently, the shop owner said she's worked with this yarn, and it's not itchy. Like, you know, sometimes it's got the sparkle in it, and it just, like, feels gross. But, like, I can't really feel it. Yeah, like, just feeling it, I can't feel the tinsel-y part of it, which is really nice. So I think it's going to be a self-striping. Oh, my goodness, I did not realize contains 35% blue-faced Leicester. BFL. Oh, by the way, yeah, the one I got from, this is all BFL, Blue-Faced Luster. So, fun facts. That is so cool. I did not realize that. How fun. So, yep, there's that one. And then we got, oh man, I was totally, so I walk in and there's a lady there who had just bought a skein of this, and she was on the cake winder, like winding it up, and I look over and I see that. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, you can't have it, but there's also one over there. So I think there were 3 skeins of this total. It was like a limited edition something. Yeah, single lot. Does it have a name? I don't think it has a name. This is Malabrigo Machita? I think it's Makita. I don't know. It's a single ply merino, and it's orange with purple speckles. Like, isn't that so much fun? And she's caking it up, and I'm like, that is beautiful. I had Grand Self-Control. They were on, this was on discount. It was on sale for the anniversary sale, and then I think it was also discounted because it was a single lot, and so it was less than the usual colors of this same yarn. And so I had Grand Self-Control and did not get the last one of this that was there. I just got one because I'm like, somebody else needs the beauty of this, and I can't just take it all. So I only got 1 skein of this. If you have any ideas, oh my goodness. Like, what do you do with a single ply? 1 skein of a single ply yarn. I don't know, but it's beautiful. So if you have any ideas, let me know, because I would love to be knitting on this during October. It doesn't need to be done in October. I just want a project to work on in October so I can pull it out and be like, look at my Halloween yarn. You know, nonsense. And then the last one, I think this is the last one, is Wool Tribe yarn. This is, yeah, USA raised wool, North Carolina spun. So I guess they get it done in a mill here. I think this company is North Carolina based. So local to me. Let's take a little look-see here. Information. This is called Pilot Mountain Sunrise. Isn't that adorable? Pilot Mountain is, it's not a national park. What am I saying? It's a little mountain around here, and people go hiking on it. So I know it's not, I don't think it's a national park, but it's one of those, it's a park. And it's got a mountain. And it's a Pilot Mountain Sunrise. Isn't that beautiful? I have no idea what I'm going to use any of these things for, but they were beautiful, and I figured I could figure something out. How many yards is this? 109 yards of fingering weight, multicolored, greens and oranges and purples. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so cute, too. I feel like I could spend my whole life just buying minis, and look, come on, minis are so cute. Okay, so that's everything from there. Those are all my acquisitions-ish. Well, so you remember the Boneyards hat that I'm making for somebody else? I'm doing it in exchange for some yarn, which they already sent. And y'all, look at this. Look at those colors. Ugh. And like, so it's made by Round Mountain Fibers, inspired by nature, hand dyed in Vermont. Okay, this is part of the aquatic collection, and it is called, the colorway is bluegill, like the fish, bluegill fish. Look at all that speckling, like a bluegill has. Like, when I did not know the name of it when I picked it out, because she gave me like some choice of different things, and I'm like, oh, this is really pretty, let me take that. And then it got here and I saw that, and it's called bluegill, and just like, I love fish. I have aquariums, so like that just, it spoke to my soul. But like, oh, what is this? It's 100% merino. So I don't think I could use it for socks. I could use it for something though. Like, this just speaks to my soul. This right here is one of my favorite colors of all time. Hey, focus on this. Yeah. This like teal, blue-green kind of color. And then just, I mean, all of them. All of them are such good colors. So yeah, if you have suggestions for any of these things of like projects to make, all I ever think of is color work. Like something in a color work. Maybe that's what I'll use the single ply thing for. Like in some color work, because I don't trust a single ply yarn to hold up to my lifestyle. So maybe I need to hold it with a strand of mohair, but I also don't want to take away from what's going on here. So I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know. So those are my recent acquisitions. I think we've talked about everybody. That's all I have written down. So I do have a lot more works in progress around my house that I will discover as I'm cleaning out areas. I've already discovered some and I haven't shown them today because they're not active whips. WIP stands for work in progress, for those of you who don't know. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. But those are very inactive whips. They're like from 2 years ago, and I need to figure out if I'm going to finish them or if I need to take them out. So you will be seeing some random whips joining the party that are like, you're like 3/4 of the way done with that. Where did that come from? And I'm like, yeah, this is from like 2 years ago. So I'll let you know when that happens. But that's everything so far. Not so far. That's everything we have today. Except for, I didn't talk about because it wasn't on the list, a hand spun finished object. Mostly finished. I haven't blocked it yet. This is the self-fringing shawl, and I cannot remember who it's by. So, not loosely based on. I followed the pattern, and I made, so it's worked side to side, and it's a free pattern. So, you pretty much work it side to side, do a triangle, do a bunch of increases, go to the middle, decreases, and then you have like 4 stitches on this end, and at the very end you drop them all, and it makes this fringe. This nice loopy fringe. In the pictures, it looks like it twists on itself, and it makes these really pretty, like, fringe, you know? But my hand spun's not wanting to do that. It's wanting to just do whatever it wants. So, I made the triangle. You can see here. And then I did it increased, decreased, and then I folded it over on itself a little bit. Where's the back? Here we go. So you can see, yeah, I folded it over. I picked up stitches all around. So I kind of combined the wild oleander cowl idea with this, because when I finished with it, it was like, I can't really, like, it's not like a scarf that I can, like, wrap around and have, or like those big shawls that I can wrap around. So I just overlapped it slightly, picked up a bunch of stitches, did a few rows, used the last of the yarn. So this is it. This is all I have of this hand spun. It was like 2 skeins of a bulky weight. Let's look at it. Let's admire all the color. This is just a white merino with sari silk. Really pretty. I didn't want to do anything too intricate because I just wanted to appreciate the yarn. And I love the way this turned out. Like, there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, also, it does a stockinette across, but I already knew that it was going to roll up and be annoying. So I did a seed stitch, just knit 1, purl 1, alternating each row. So it gives it kind of this almost Western textured sort of vibe. It's got, I think I did like 3 knit rounds and 2 purl rounds for that part there. So it just gives it a little structure, just a little something interesting going on there. We've got fringe everywhere. It's beautiful. I kind of wish that these would have twisted in on themselves, and I kind of tried to make them do that, and they just won't. So it's just loopy. Loopy is the vibe for this. I think one thing I'd like to change is, so you see this is the decrease side. It looks really pretty. It's got a nice edge. This is the increase side. Let's see if we can get, yeah. Not great. I kind of want to try a different increase if I make this again. So yeah, this is really good if you've got two same size skeins of something and use one skein, you go to the middle, and then use the other skein and you go across here. I had two skeins, they weren't exactly the same size. I do like adding this little bit here to add some structure to this part so it doesn't just so yeah, really cool pattern. Again, it's free, so like great option for a hand spun yarn no matter the size, because you can make it whatever size you want. You just keep increasing and then you decrease. Like very simple, like one or two page pattern. So I can't believe I almost forgot that one. How dare I? But I'm glad I didn't. And it's so pretty. Yeah. I really like it. So that is it. That is all we have for today. After I show you these adorable little isopods, because I'm shipping them out tomorrow and I will never see them again, and I love the colors, and so I need to share them with you. This is a cappuccino isopod. Isn't it cute? We've got another, this was my first try at a cappuccino isopod. Love the color, but I really wanted that, the split of the dark with a couple of light in the middle and then the stripe going down was really what I was looking for, but I also love this color. And then this one's probably my favorite. Don't tell the others. Look at that. This is an Opal isopod. And for those of you that don't know, isopods are roly-polies. That's what we called them growing up. And who knew that there is an entire world of isopod keepers, like people who are obsessed with isopods and all the different color variations. There's different species, a lot of different colors within each species. It is wild. I had no idea. And I get custom requests for like different species of isopods. And they're beautiful and soft. Like, I make these with Bernat blankets, so they are so soft. So that's these little guys. I think I'm going to make one of these for myself, probably, and just have it forever, because I love these colors. It almost looks like a calico cat or something. Ugh, it's beautiful. These are also available in my shop. I make everything in that shop to order. That's my Ambi Crafty Etsy, which I keep separate from my Alchemist Knits, because Alchemist Knits is more like knitting and spinning focused, and then the Ambi Crafty is the big nerd. It's mostly crocheted stuff, so we've got like isopods, we got tarantulas, axolotls, very niche market type of stuff that doesn't really fit in with my knitting and spinning type of thing. So those are two different things. I'll also link that down below if you're a big isopod, tarantula, axolotl nerd and want like a fun custom colored. The tarantulas I do based on the species as well, and I get requests for particular species, so that's so much fun. It really appeals to my nerdy side of like, I love making things realistic, of like based on realistic colors. So this is just, look at these guys. They're so beautiful and so soft. Okay, we're done here. I said we were done like 10 minutes ago. My bee. But now we are really done. This is all we have. So we'll be back another time. I have no idea if I'm going to do this monthly or every other week. We're going to find out, and we're eventually going to get into a schedule. But for now, it's just when and if I have the time. So, great to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out for like almost an hour with me. And yeah, I guess I'll see ya.